Greetings, I'm Tim of Govberg, and welcome to the world of Vacheron Constantin. Today, we're discussing the usage and care of the Vacheron Constantin Overseas Chronograph in rose gold. This automatic winding watch can be wound manually by withdrawing the crown from its flush and fully threaded-in position, and in the first position, turning it clockwise approximately 20 times. After 20 turns, the movement of the constant seconds indicator at 9 o'clock as well as the beat of the balance through the sapphire caseback, will attest to the watch's operation. The watch can be further wound by relying on the natural motion of the winding rotor atop the wrist, or by continuing to wind the watch clockwise through the crown. It's important to note that this automatic winding timepiece cannot be accidentally overwound, as the bridle-style mainspring will simply slip when the watch reaches its full 54-hour power reserve. Having set the watch to wind and run, you can set the time and date. In the second position, make sure that the watch is not between the hours of 8 p.m. and 4 a.m., as this is the period in which the automatic date jumper is engaged. Accidentally setting the date during that period can damage the mechanism. But once clear of the danger zone, turn the watch crown in the second position clockwise to employ the quick set date function. This is useful should the watch ever run down, or should the user encounter a month of irregular length. In the final setting position, outermost, turn clockwise to set the watch to the desired time. Once the desired time has been set, it's important for hermeticity and water resistance, as well as for secure measures against physical damage, to thread the crown completely into its sleeve flush with the case. Once flush with the case, the crown and the chronograph pushers entail 150-meter water resistance for this sports-oriented timepiece. Vacheron Constantin approves 15 ATM or 150-meter watches such as this for swimming, bathing, and shallow snorkeling, but this hermeticity can only be attained by screwing down the crown and both chronograph pushers. At that point, and only at that point, is the watch secure from water intrusion. It's critical not to unthread the crown or pushers or use any of their functions when water is present on them or the watch is submerged, as this can bypass the seals and introduce water to the interior of the watch. Should water be spotted within the dial or beneath the caseback sapphire, it's critical that the watch be immediately taken to a Vacheron Constantin authorized dealer, boutique, or service center for intervention, lest catastrophic cosmetic and mechanical damage result. Vacheron Constantin further recommends annual testing of the water resistance of this and every timepiece to ensure that factory-rated hermeticity is retained. Although the watch possesses robust anti-magnetic characteristics thanks to a soft iron ring around the movement, extreme magnetic fields, such as those produced by modern magnetic resonance imaging devices, can magnetize the hairspring. Should this occur, it's important to take the watch to a Vacheron Constantin authorized dealer or boutique where specialized equipment is available to demagnetize the hairspring and restore proper chronometric performance of the watch. This timepiece is a chronograph with a vertical clutch engagement such that when engaged, there's no additional wear or tear on the movement. So for those who prefer seconds at center rather than the subdial at 9, it's possible to simply leave the chronograph running to read seconds, minutes, and hours at center on the dial. However, the chronograph must always be actuated in sequence, starting with the pusher at 2 o'clock, which both starts and stops the chronograph action. The reset is exclusively after the chronograph has stopped by means of the pusher at 4 o'clock. Failing to stop the chronograph before resetting it can damage the mechanism. The third generation Vacheron Constantin Overseas is equipped with a quick-release lug system underneath the lugs in the form of a pull-tab piece of hardware attached to the strap. By simply drawing the tab towards the thumb with a fingernail, the strap can be removed without any resort to a jeweler's tool. This rose gold Overseas comes equipped with both the natural vulcanized rubber strap depicted here, as well as an identically dark brown alligator leather strap with the same quick-release hardware. It's important to note that leather should never be exposed to moisture, and the watch should only be exposed to water or submerged when on a strap or a bracelet, not included as standard equipment. It's important that the watch be serviced every 3 to 4 years with an authorized Vacheron Constantin dealer, boutique, or service center. Complicated watches per Vacheron require this 3 to 4 year service interval to maintain their chronometric performance and prevent damage to a movement from overuse without proper lubrication and regulation. Only authorized Vacheron Constantin service centers have the trained personnel, specialized equipment, and original factory parts to preserve the aesthetic, mechanical, and investment integrity of your timepiece, and only a factory-authorized service center can offer a factory-backed warranty on all work performed. See this Vacheron Constantin overseas chronograph and learn more about its operation and care on the company's homepage, vacheronconstantin.com.